So, gucken wir doch mal, ob da irgendwas läuft. Einstellungen, Mitteilungen. So. So. Dann gucken wir jetzt mal, ob alles klappt oder nicht. Gucken, ob er uns geschrieben hat. Jetzt müssen wir uns noch ein bisschen gedulden, weil ich warte auf meinen Gegner. Ah, da, ist schon gekommen. Mal gucken, ob alles klappt. Ja, klappt. Soweit alles. Da ist er doch, da ist er doch, da ist er doch, da ist er doch. So. Ja, alles gleich, okay. Ja, dann wünsche ich meinem Gegner mal viel Glück und dass alles klappt. Und dass bei mir alles klappt. Mit den Builds. Ja, bin ich jetzt mal gespannt. Ah, kann ich direkt hier richtig eingeben.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Buffalo Bills. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position.
Jetzt war ich ein bisschen irritiert. Wieso sind immer noch die Mitteilungen an? Was ist das, was mich am meisten stört?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on second down. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check it, Eddie. Watch the screen.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Oh, incomplete. Das ist ärgerlich. Das ist ärgerlich.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
Mann, was wirfst du denn so niedrig,
That one was intended for John Brown, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now Allen again.
Mann, werft den noch nicht so tief. Den Namen Konki.
But it'll be 2nd down.
Ätzend sowas manchmal.
There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Allen again. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield.
Sauber, Jungs.
That one good for
Ich sag's ja,
26
das
and a
Üben
1st down.
macht den Meister.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Hallen Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen hands off to McCoy. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, the Bills send the punter out. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
Entschuldigung.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this is caught at the 20.
Come
And
on.
they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Stafford. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Danke, Konki,
It's a
danke, Konki.
4-yard pickup, and it'll be
Sehr
3rd
lieb von dir.
down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Weit nicht vorgekommen, nicht weit vorgekommen. Das ist schon mal schlecht.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Nein!
Here's one that's intercepted. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And he'll
Fuck,
take this down
Mann.
inside the 15-yard line.
Oh, nur weil ich mich vertan habe. Ätzend. Ätzend, ehrlich.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Glückwunsch, Glückwunsch. Ehrlich, Glückwunsch. Das war mein Fehler. Habe ich scheiße gebaut.
I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
Like
the
an egg
tailback.
underhand.
Yeah, like an
Dummer
egg underhand,
Fehler,
really with 2
dummer
hands.
Fehler.
And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field
Yeah,
goal.
where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get...
He's got a man
Sauber.
complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it with McCoy. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Mann. Warum klappt das denn nicht? Ist doch scheiße, Mann. Ätzend, wenn was nicht so klappt, wenn man es will.
That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 35 on second down, Stafford flushed to his right, and his pass incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Looking deep now for Amendola. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Amendola, he was the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, ich habe auch noch falschen Knopf gedrückt, ich Idiot. Hammerhart, drückt so einen falschen Knopf.
Second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen to throw again. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Allen throwing again. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now Allen.
Mann, renn doch über diese verfuckte Linie, ey. Mein Gott, ätzend, wenn was nicht klappt. Ehrlich, da krieg ich die Motten bei manchmal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point.
Schon wieder, ey, warum macht der die Scheiße denn? Das ist doch ätzend, Alter. Ich drück X und der macht die Scheiße nicht.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before a game, get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford wants a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
11.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism.
Nein, Mann!
The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Wasn't it fun in pregame standing downstairs and watching Matthew Stafford throw the football? I mean, that bad boy just whistled. They just whistled by us, didn't it? But what is the one knock on him? Accuracy. Yeah. And that's what we just saw there, an incompletion on that throw downfield.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Stafford. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before half for Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. 51's the mic.
On second down now. It's McCoy. He takes this
Mann,
for 3 to the
schade.
29.
Hätte klappen können.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Allen to throw it.
Nein, da kriegt er den Football noch. Mann,
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard
ist doch
line.
ätzend.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. Watch the outlaw.
Looking to throw on second down. Johnson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
The second down. Complete to number 9. Brings up third down.
Set, lady. Rock 49. Let's go tight end. Let's go right now.
Stafford on third down. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. To Johnson again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And the
Ich komme
decision
nicht
to come
weiter
out
als
is going to
20
cost
Yards.
him 5
Gibt's
as
doch
he's
nicht.
taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Warum wirft er den immer so tief?
Mann. Totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football
Ätzend,
again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Hey, Alpha.
Allen off the play fake. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw.
Mann!
Time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he's
Gibt
going to
es
bring this
nicht,
back
das
inside
gibt
the
es
20
nicht.
to
Das
the
darf es nicht
18-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James.
Super gespielt.
There to
Ehrlich
make the
super
grab.
gespielt. Also.
And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Ätzend sowas. Ätzend, ey.
Prater on to add the extra point.
Mann. Aber ich schlag mich besser als sonst.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now McCoy. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
Komme ich denn nicht
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Hallo.
Nein, werf doch! Oh, durch aus sind zweimal,
Damon Harrison.
Hammerhart, Nein, oh nein, falsch. Ah, fuck, das wollte ich nicht. Wie kann ich zurückgehen? Nein, das wollte ich nicht. Ah.
From their own end zone, it's a fake. And the surge is going to be too
Sorry,
much
ich hab mich verdrückt.
He's hit and taken down to the backfield. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Prater's kick is good.
Hast du dir gut verdient. War meine Schuld, ich habe mich verdrückt, Entschuldigung. Ich muss ruhiger werden, aber...
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nein, ich krieg diesen blöden Ball nicht da rüber, wo ich den hinhaben will. Oh mein Gott, das regt mich gerade so auf.
To the air, Allen.
Werf doch weg, Mann!
Pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Oh, leck mich doch am Arsch heute.
10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Bills send the punter out. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
Was sind das denn für Bälle, Mann?
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down from the right hash. It's a 46-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
Boah, ätzend, dass das nicht klappt. Warum ballert ihr den Ball nicht weg? Das regt mich so auf im Moment. Ätzend sowas. Ätzend.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now TJ Yeldon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Barkley. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Mai verliert er den Football auch noch, ey.
It just seems like all
Mein
game long, there
Gott,
hasn't been a lot of
regt
sync
mich das Spiel auf
quarterback to wide
heute.
receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They start the drive with Anderson. Ooh, with a juke. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
53, Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They run it again with Anderson. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready? 8, read. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Shoot.
3rd down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
15 left.
Now the second-year man from South Dakota State, it's Zach Zenner. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And is going to get this
kommt
inside
trotzdem
the
durch.
30.
Das verstehe
15
ich
yards
nicht.
last play and 15
Was
yards
soll ich
here
denn
this
noch
go
machen?
around.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Egal
Just
welche
2 minutes
Aufstellung ich
remaining here in
nehme,
the fourth
kommt
quarter.
durch.
What has been a one-sided affair.
That's it, baby. We go work.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go. 60 or. I'm here all day. Get it.
And they will take a knee here. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Now.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
Gut
So
gespielt.
this one's over. It's a win for
Gut
the Detroit
gespielt.
Lions.
Aber ich bin
And
ja auch
this
noch
was truly
Anfänger.
a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a
Yeah,
shutout,
good,
so
good.
it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the
Naja,
ball
auf
up and
jeden Fall
down the
kein
field. So you've got to like what you
100
saw.
zu 0.
What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
Ey, das mit den Mitteilungen regt mich ja auf, ne? So, wie viel haben wir? 9 Uhr. Ja, hätte ich jetzt mehr Zuschauer, würde ich ja sagen, ich spiele noch ein bisschen Ultimate, aber irgendwie, ich muss das Team anders aufstellen. Ey, das ist kacke so. Ich komme mit dem Team so nicht zurecht. Oh, jetzt hat er noch meinen Namen falsch geschrieben, sehe ich gerade. Ey, hammerhart. Ah. Ja. Yes. Sollen wir ein Ultimate-Team nur machen? Komm, machen wir noch ein Ultimate. Ultimate. Ein Ultimate können wir noch. Eins 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 können wir noch. Okay. Jetzt gucken wir erstmal, dass wir das Team richtig aufstellen. Ist das hier gar nicht mit? Wide Receiver. Okay. Ja, aber wie kriege ich die denn dann besser? So. Habe ich doch gar nicht, ne? Ne. Qualität. Okay, Elite nicht. Bronze. Bronze. Ja, die muss ich erstmal loswerden. Aber erstmal brauche ich ja. Wie viel Gold habe ich denn? 30. Elite. Die 4 erstmal. Achso, das sind meine Trainer. Okay. Der ist schlecht. So. Und dann haben wir davon 7 Stück. Davon sind schon die alle aufgestellt. Er nicht hier, dann kann der weg. Was ist der denn wert? Kann man das sehen? Nee. Wo kann man denn sehen, was der Wert ist? Ja, was mache ich denn mit dem jetzt? Hä? Was? Kann ich hier nicht in eine Mannschaft aufstellen, oder was? Okay, keinen gefunden. Haben wir dann auch mal gemacht. Ich hoffe, das war jetzt richtig, was ich gemacht habe. Ansonsten habe ich ein Problem. Ah, geht doch. Ist ein bisschen höher gegangen. Sind jetzt drin? Ja, sind sie. Da, von den Raiders. Okay. Der kann. Nein, Mann. Oh, ätzend, wenn das passiert. Stelle jetzt den hier auf. So. Na geht doch 71, 71, 70. Er ist schon mal ein bisschen besser geworden. Habe ich schon mal eine Sache gut gemacht. Ja gut, damit ist hier dann heute Abend zu Ende und ich wünsche euch allen viel, viel Spaß und einen schönen Abend noch und ja, auf Wiedersehen, bye bye.